WWE 2K15 SmackDown is live right here on Twitch. And the Deadly Divas are ready for tag team action. And here comes the number one contender for the Divas Championship, Tamina Snuka. We're live here on Twitch, and of course I am your host, PWS Phil. And what a night of action we have for you here on SmackDown. Tamina making her way to the ring, going to be teaming with Nikki Bella. And of course, a little over 1 week, on June 20th, right here on Twitch, we will have WWE 2K15 TLC. And at that event, Tamina Snuka will get her shot at the Divas Championship versus AJ Lee. Now, Tamina overcame Emma in a series of matches last month to earn that number one contendership, and she looks to cash in that shot and bring home the gold at TLC. But tonight is a little bit of a preview of that match as she faces the team of AJ and Paige in this special Divas attraction on SmackDown. And making her way back up the ranks is Nikki Bella. Nikki and her sister Brie had a stranglehold on the Divas Championship for many months this year until AJ came along at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and put an end to their reign of dominance. Now, in the weeks leading, Nikki was on a 4-match winning streak until it got slammed in the brakes as Paige picked up a big win this past Monday on Raw. And to all my loyal viewers, unfortunately Twitch didn't save this week's Raw, so unfortunately I don't have that to upload for my YouTube fans. Very sad to see that. So I'm going to try to upload these a little faster right after they're live, just so I still have all those to upload on YouTube. It was a very sad state to see that go down. And here comes Norwich's own Paige on the way to the ring. Picked up a big win on Nikki Bella this past Monday on Raw. Finally putting an end to Nikki's streak, her undefeated streak. Can she continue the trend when she teams with her on-again, off-again friend, aka frenemy, AJ? We'll see what happens in this tag team matchup. And of course, AJ's going to have to keep an eye on Paige. She's one to turn her back pretty quickly, especially after that assault from behind on Nikki this past Monday. Paige is at a very unpredictable level as we head towards an upcoming Divas Championship match. And of course, we have our Divas Champion AJ going to be looking to take down her former bodyguard at TLC. AJ been on a great roll since becoming champion. Defeated Summer Rae at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. A great back-and-forth match that was. A lot of people thought Summer Rae might have utilized her Ray of Light spinning heel kick to pick up the victory, but Summer Rae just came up a little bit short. But Summer might be on the right track again, as Summer got a huge win on Main Event this week, qualifying for a new number one contendership match. Slowly but surely, a fatal four-way is being built to determine a new contender. But for now, Tamina's the number one contender. Is going to get her shot at AJ in a little over a week. And Paige coming out of the gate strong here. Now look at that drop kick right to the neck. Paige comes, of course, from a wrestling family, the Knights, over in England. Been a professional wrestler for many years, since a very young age. So she is wise beyond her years between the ropes. Oh, and then again, we do have Tamina Snuka, who is the daughter of the Superfly Jimmy Snuka. So, two women with many years of experience going at it to kick off this tag team contest. And of course, before we get too deep into our show here, I gotta give my condolences to the Rhodes family. Unfortunately, we lost the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, yesterday, at 69 years of age. Terrible news to have to come across yesterday. Meant so much to his family and all the men and women he mentored over the years, and to millions of his fans worldwide. So, to Dusty Rhodes, rest in peace. You are already sorely, sorely missed. And Paige going to work on Tamina Snuka here, and slams the back of her head right into the mat. And Paige already setting up. Hits the Paige turner. Wow, very early on in this contest. And hooks the leg. And no, Tamina barely gets the shoulder up. And look at this, Paige waiting on Tamina here. Hooks the head and arm. Got her in position for it. The Rampage compresses the neck of Tamina Snuka. And she's in a pretty good position here. And Nikki Bella just makes it. Big forearm by Tamina, but back body drop by Paige. Paige staying on top of Tamina in this contest. There's more work on the neck. As we determine a new contender for after, no matter what happens with Tamina and AJ, we've been loading up a Fatal 4-Way match. So far, Brie Bella and Summer Rae have qualified for the Fatal 4-Way match. That contendership match should determine our top contender for the Royal Rumble. Nikki would love to be in that Fatal 4-Way with her sister Brie. They haven't crossed paths since a TLC match a few months ago. And Paige stretching the arms and put a knee right in the back of Nikki Bella, but Nikki holds on. Oh, and look at that leg kick from Nikki. Absolutely stopped Paige right in her tracks. But Paige powers through, hits the spinning neck breaker. But Paige is feeling it. Really needs to get to the corner to tag in the Divas Champion AJ Lee. Oh, and the big right hand from Nikki. And a left hand answered back by Paige. And a clothesline. Paige is dominant in this tag team matchup. And there's the much needed tag. Despite Paige's dominance, oh man, you could see that Paige was getting exhausted, but Nikki Bella bringing the pain with that elbow. Got AJ staggered in the ropes, and AJ sends Nikki all the way to the floor. What a tumble for the former Divas Champion. And now Nikki in a bad spot here. But AJ sends her back in the ring with a hard elbow to the neck. And AJ misses with wild swings there as Nikki brings her down with the sleeping neckbreaker. Oh, look at that kick from AJ right into the ribcage, and Nikki sends her crashing to the mat. And Paige has a bit of a rush. She's back in, forearm to the back. But Nikki lured her in and hits the side Russian leg sweep. Short leg drop there, right down across the chin of Paige. And look at that beautiful hurricanrana by Nikki. Sends Paige flying into her team's corner. And this is a bad spot for Paige, right in there with Tamina and Nikki, as far away from her partner as she could be, but still have the presence of mind to get the foot under the rope. But, oh no, Nikki, rack attack to Paige. And is this it for the team of Paige and AJ? No, AJ in at the very last second. But now Tamina and Nikki putting a beat down on Paige. Or as the Dream would say, they putting a clubber in on her. And look at this. Oh, now Nikki eats the Rampage. Oh, but I think she's too deep in enemy territory for this one. And Tamina right there to break it up. And Paige makes the right decision getting AJ back in there. Paige having an excellent showing in this match. Hit both Tamina and Nikki with the Rampage. Keeping her team in control, but AJ having a hard time with Nikki Bella right now. Just gets that reversal off. He's trying to follow up on the damage done by Paige, but here's that Nikki's a little too tough for AJ tonight. And there's another example with that belly-to-belly overhead suplex. Nikki Bella starting to build momentum again here. But she gets cut off by AJ and the Hurricane Rana. Right into the cover. And Paige and Tamina in on that one. We're getting close to a finish here, folks. A lot of these divas running out of steam. Can only take so much more damage. And AJ gets dropped right on her head by that DDT. Can Nikki follow up? Shoots AJ into her corner. Reversal by AJ. And what is this she has in mind? Hurricane Rana out of the corner. Great maneuver by AJ Lee. And into a cover once again. But still too close. Tamina comes in, breaks up the pin. Tamina and AJ will face off in a TLC match at the TLC pay-per-view as AJ hits her Acai DDT right into the cover. And this time it's good for the win. Paige makes the save with a big right hand to Tamina. And what a victory for the Divas champion and her tag team partner, Paige. We'll have to see what happens on Raw between Nikki and Paige, because Nikki Bella has got to be pissed at that loss. And now we have our two #1 contenders facing off right here on SmackDown. With the WWE #1 contendership tournament not quite ready to start, RVD and his amazing 4 title reigns this year qualified to be a #1 contender to face John Cena at TLC. And along with RVD, Daniel Bryan's huge 3 straight victories over Chris Jericho in submission matches also qualified him to be a #1 contender. So at TLC, it will be John Cena versus Daniel Bryan versus RVD for the WWE Championship. And the decision has finally been made. That will be a Extreme Rules triple threat match. And what a match that should be. RVD, as I mentioned, had a hell of a year. 4-time Intercontinental Champion in 2015. And he looks to close the year by picking up the WWE Championship. And what an opportunity for Daniel Bryan to get another shot at the WWE Championship in this triple threat matchup coming up at TLC, which will be live right here on Twitch on June 20th. As Daniel Bryan kind of had an up and down year. Won the Money in the Bank this year, cashed it in on Daniel Bryan and Batista, and came up short. Came up short one more time in the 6-way Hell in the Cell #1 contenders match. But now, he's put together a consistent string of victories. 3 straight wins over Chris Jericho in a submission match. And that's unlocked the door, got him a little bit closer. He's got the title match. But now he's got to get in there and do it. He's got to go to TLC, and he's got to pin or submit RVD or Cena to finally claim the WWE Championship. We'll have to see if the Yes Man can pull it off in a little over 1 week. Now, this past Monday on Raw, RVD and Daniel Bryan teamed up to get the big win over Christian and John Cena. Unfortunately, that Raw was not saved to Twitch, so to my YouTube fans, I apologize. That episode is lost. But it was a hell of a matchup. RVD got the pin on Christian with the 5-star frog splash, just proving that should he have gotten a rematch, RVD might have picked the title back up for a 5th time this year. But I felt Van Dam showed enough in those 4 title reigns that, he's conquered that division. He's done all he can do in the Intercontinental title division, and it's time to give RVD a shot at the big belt, the WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan and Van Dam absolutely trading holds here to kick things off. Daniel Bryan with the leg scissors really wrenching it on the neck of Van Dam, but he actually lets Van Dam out of it. And Van Dam snaps off a suplex. Van Dam, very underrated for his technical abilities. Everybody knows Van Dam can fly. Everybody knows Van Dam can throw kicks, but he's actually quite an accomplished technical wrestler, but he doesn't always get the opportunity to show that side off. And Daniel Bryan floats over. Beautiful spinning neck breaker. And a hard shot to the back. RVD's a pretty flexible guy. I don't know if Daniel Bryan's going to be able to utilize as many submission holds as he would like. Or if he does, I don't know that they will be as effective. But that ankle DDT will certainly be effective, jamming the bones and tendons into each other. That's going to cause a lot of problems for Van Dam, who has had a broken ankle in the past. And now this is classic Daniel Bryan, raining the elbows into the neck and collarbone of RVD. And now a nasty German suplex drops Van Dam on his neck. And Van Dam didn't want any more of that assault. Sends Bryan to the outside, but Bryan fights his way back in. I thought he might have went for a springboard attack there. Oh, but there's a hard kick to the leg, brings Van Dam down. And that kick absolutely takes Van Dam's head off. But look at RVD, jumps right up, but right into a Daniel Bryan suplex. Wow, look at that deep arm drag by Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan showing a lot of aggression in this match here on SmackDown. And look at that, tosses him up and brings him down into the yes lock. I don't know if RVD's taken enough damage to submit to this, but an impressive showing by Daniel Bryan. And Van Dam finds his way out. I felt it was a little too early, but an amazing assault by Daniel Bryan. What a series of maneuvers. And Van Dam battles back with a vertical suplex. These two men showing every bit that they earned this shot against John Cena. And there's a nice back kick by Van Dam, takes Daniel Bryan down to the mat. And Daniel Bryan, not to be outdone, hits a running leg lariat of his own. Right into the cover now. 1, 2, and Van Dam kicks out. Kick to the back by Bryan. And snaps off the suplex against Van Dam. Oh, and Van Dam snaps Bryan's neck right off the ropes. And of course, these two will meet in a triple threat match at TLC along with John Cena for the WWE Championship. And announced exclusively tonight, that will be an Extreme Rules triple threat match at the TLC pay-per-view. And one of a hell of a match that should be, considering these two are killing each other right here on SmackDown. And there's a suplex on the outside, has to send chills right through the spine of Daniel Bryan. And he gets back in there because that's RVD's part of town. Outside the ring, Van Dam is one of the most dangerous men you'll ever find in the professional wrestling scene. And look at that hard knee to the gut by Bryan. Leaves Van Dam center of the ring. What does he have in mind here? Will we see the flying headbutt? I believe we will. There it is. Crashing down into the chest of Van Dam. And right into the cover now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. Van Dam gets the shoulder up just before 3. And look at this. Bryan in position. Will we see the fireball knee? There it is! Bust Van Dam open with the fireball knee for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And what momentum this gives Daniel Bryan. Already defeated one of the challengers for the WWE Championship at TLC. Let's take a look at the highlights. Shot Van Dam into the air and brought him down right into the yes lock. And there you see Bryan tried another cover, but Van Dam, just tough as nails, survived. And then look at that beautiful headbutt directly into the sternum. Took all the air out of RVD. Thought that might have been it there, but Van Dam kicks out at 2.9. But the fireball hits Hadouken and takes down Rob Van Dam. And what a huge victory for Daniel Bryan, just a little over 1 week away from TLC. Can Bryan finally claim the WWE Championship that he's fought so hard to get to this year? Failed at Money in the Bank, failed inside the cell to win #1 contendership, and now he's just so close he can taste the WWE Championship. And now we turn our eyes to the tag team title division. Of course, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, the WWE Tag Team Champions, got a full plate this month. Gotten themselves in quite a situation as the grapplers, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, already earned a #1 contendership. But now the New Day has also pinned the Shield and earned themselves a shot as well. So the Shield have a very busy dance schedule this month. They owe both those teams a tag team title shot, and we're going to try to at least get Kidd and Cesaro's title shot right here on SmackDown next week, and along with a European Championship match, which we'll get to a little bit later. But right now, the lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose making his way to ringside here for one-on-one action versus Tyson Kidd, and what a match this should be. Of course, Dean Ambrose much more of a brawler than the Tyson Kidd's technical abilities, but you never know. Dean Ambrose has been known to bust out a hold here or there from time to time, but we'll have to see, can he hang with Tyson Kidd? And one half of the grapplers, Tyson Kidd, earned themselves #1 contendership by defeating the Ascension, and they've been waiting patiently for their title shot ever since. Now, in the meantime, of course, the New Day, former tag team champions in their own right, have picked up a win over the Shield, earning themselves a shot. But they'll have to wait on Kidd and Cesaro's shot first, which should be next week. If not here on SmackDown, then we'll have a super edition of main event with that tag team title match. But Tyson Kidd's going to have to keep an eye out for Dean Ambrose's brawling abilities, and he's also going to have to keep an eye out for the big dog, Roman Reigns. And there's the bell as these two lock up. And Tyson Kidd pulls Dean Ambrose in for the headlock and right into the takeover. Can Kidd and Cesaro take over the tag team titles? I mean, very few teams have got a win on the Shield. The Brothers of Destruction and the New Day are about it as far as losses in tag team competition this year. So it's going to be a hell of a job for Kidd and Cesaro to try to pull it off, but those two definitely have the talents to do it. to take those titles from the Shield. And there's a nasty side Russian leg sweep by Dean Ambrose. Takes Tyson Kidd right down to the mat. And a vicious kick by Ambrose. Now, last week in a non-title match, Cesaro and Kidd took a terrible loss to the Shield, losing in under 2 minutes. It was one of the worst matches I've seen for Cesaro and Kidd. Dean Ambrose pinned Tyson Kidd, and neither man got the tag to show you how easily a win it was for Dean Ambrose. So Tyson Kidd certainly off his game last week, and that's why we have this one-on-one contest here tonight. Tyson Kidd could not accept that type of loss. And look at that, double drop kicks. Nobody scores on that one. Oh, and there's a hard shot to the kidneys by Dean Ambrose. And the reversal by Kidd. Great job with the jawbreaker. Oh, man. Hard strike by Ambrose. He falls up with the butterfly suplex. Wow, spine buster by Ambrose now. Puts Tyson Kidd right on the mat. And Kidd, again, so great at reversals, just keeps catching Ambrose off guard. And there's a nice short knee right to the gut. And these two are very evenly matched this evening, throwing kicks at the same time. Back and forth action here in the ring. What a great matchup between these two top tag team contenders. And Ambrose hooks up Tyson Kidd, brings him all the way up. And all the way down with the vertical suplex. And this is one of Ambrose's most dangerous maneuvers here, the Regal stretch. Can Tyson Kidd hang on? And he does. But Dean Ambrose keeping the pressure on, goes right into the pin. One. Ooh, and barely gets a 2 count. Tyson Kidd had to pull in. Oh, and there it is. There's that Bulldog DDT by Ambrose. But is he too close to the ropes? He is. I don't know if that was ring generalship by Tyson Kidd, knowing he was that close to the ropes, or if it was just pure luck. But Tyson Kidd's been afforded another chance here. And now it's Ambrose with the jawbreaker. But Kidd with the shoulder buster. What a tough call for Dean Ambrose there. Hits one of his favorite maneuvers. One of his finishing maneuvers at Bulldog position. And then drops right down into the DDT. Tyson Kidd got his hand under the ropes. Broke that pin. Can Tyson Kidd make the best of this lucky situation? We'll have to find out. Sends Ambrose in the corner. Huge forearm. And now it's Kidd. And there's that inside neck breaker by Tyson Kidd. But he's a little too tired to immediately capitalize on it. But you can definitely tell it shook up Ambrose. And there's a spinning heel kick. Wipes out the lunatic fringe. But Kidd comes up short on the springboard. Is that enough to put him away? Almost. Tyson Kidd was on a good path there, but missed that wild springboard crossbody block. Blocked by Kidd. Forearm. Oh, and a big kick to the gut by Dean Ambrose. Look at these two just trading reversals here, back and forth. Kidd sends Ambrose back into the corner. Oh, but Ambrose makes it out. Oh, and another butterfly suplex. Into the cover now. Ooh, and Tyson Kidd just makes it out. Whoa, and Dean Ambrose had something in mind, but he lost track of it. Got drop kicked by Tyson Kidd, and now Kidd Oh, racking up those springboard splashes now. Well, he's got Ambrose on the mat. And snaps off a suplex. You can see Ambrose really feeling it in his tailbone. Wow, snaps off the Hurricanrana. Tyson Kidd trying to prove a point that last week was an absolute fluke as he puts a terrible beating down on Dean Ambrose. And there's the snapmare into the neck breaker. One of Tyson Kidd's favorite maneuvers, but he makes the same mistake Ambrose did. Ambrose's feet were under the ropes. Tyson Kidd, not paying attention, lets Dean Ambrose get out of that situation. So close to a victory there. It's one of Tyson Kidd's favorite finishers, the snapmare into the neckbreaker, but didn't notice a foot under the ropes. Cost him big time here on SmackDown. And Ambrose really is a lunatic, not even sure what he's going for here. Had Tyson Kidd perfectly positioned into the corner and completely wasted it. As Kidd goes for the waistlock takedown, he knows what he's doing, goes right for the pin. 1, 2, and the kick out by Ambrose. Oh man, and about a 53-yard field goal there for Tyson Kidd. Right into the Northern Lights. Beautiful combination. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Tyson Kidd's technical abilities shine through and get him the big victory here on SmackDown. Let's take a look at the highlights. Tyson Kidd's dungeon training comes in handy. Tough enough to survive the Regal stretch, and tough enough to kick out afterwards. Dean Ambrose made it back to his feet, but got shut down by Tyson Kidd's spinning heel kick. But then Tyson Kidd wildly missed with the crossbody block. Thankfully, he was able to kick out and continue the matchup. Ambrose blasted him with another butterfly suplex. I thought that might be it. There was another hard impact on Kidd's spine, but Tyson Kidd kicked out and was able to hit the Northern Lights suplex for the cover, the count, and the victory. What a great match for Kidd after that terrible loss last week to Ambrose in the tag team match. Proved all the haters wrong and all the doubters that him and Cesaro are absolutely worthy of that tag team title match, and we'll have to see where it gets fit in next week. Can Kidd and Cesaro take the belts from the Shield? And as we inch closer to the Rey Mysterio versus Alberto Del Rio match, the new Intercontinental Champion Christian takes on Del Rio. And look at this. Come on. After the great few weeks a Christian has had, he does not deserve this assault from the back. Del Rio leaves Christian laying. And you got to believe he's going to use some of these tactics against Mysterio. And that is for a spot in the WWE #1 Contenders tournament. You know, you'd think we'd want someone with a little more class than this to be in such a high-profile match in the tournament. Ruthless assault by Alberto Del Rio before the bell, attacking Christian in the aisle like that. But Christian not letting it bother him too much as he elevates Del Rio with the flapjack. And look at that elbow right into the spine. Hard shot by Del Rio. Sends Christian right in. And there's a power slam. Christian picked up the Intercontinental Championship last week here on SmackDown. Won a TLC match over RVD. A great victory for Christian. His second Intercontinental title this year. And he's going right up against the big guys as he's taking on WWE Championship contender Alberto Del Rio. Now, Del Rio, of course, has an upcoming match with Rey Mysterio. The winner of that match will take one of the final 2 spots in the #1 Contenders tournament. The winner of Del Rio and Mysterio will face Kane in that match. And right now, Christian just faced the steel post, shoulder first. And you gotta know Del Rio's going to be looking for that cross arm breaker after that excellent strategy. Oh, and there's the step-up enziguri. Rocks Christian. Right into the cover here. 1, 2, 3. And you gotta believe that assault from the back gave Del Rio this victory. Such a disgusting tactic to attack someone in the aisle like that. But it proves effective as Alberto Del Rio gets a win over our new Intercontinental Champion, Christian. And now Del Rio awaits Rey Mysterio. That match coming soon, and what is this now? You already attacked him before the match. What need do you have to attack him after the match? And here's Mysterio for the save. Now, Mysterio and Christian is no love lost for one another, but I'm glad Rey Mysterio realized that our new Intercontinental Champion does not deserve such treatment, and Alberto Del Rio should not get away with such dirty tactics. And in our main event this evening, the war between the former tag team partners, Wade Barrett and William Regal, goes up another notch as they meet in this submission contest. Now, what a hell of a week it's been for Wade Barrett. Picked up a huge victory on main event, getting the pinfall victory in a Falls Count Anywhere match versus Daniel Bryan. And he looks to carry that momentum into this match with his former tag team partner, William Regal. Now, of course, these two men were known as the United Kingdom, but their tag team partnership dissolved inside the Elimination Chamber at Survivor Series, as they were 2 of the 3 remaining participants in that match, and Wade Barrett just kept turning his back on Regal to the point where there is no longer a bond between the two. Wade Barrett's put several assaults on William Regal and his former student, Daniel Bryan, and William Regal has just been incredibly angered by this disrespect shown to him by Barrett. And you can see it here as William Regal sprints to the ring. And look at this assault on Wade Barrett. And I can't say it's not justified. William Regal, a house of fire coming down the aisle. Took a hard loss to Barrett last week here on SmackDown, but looking to make up for it here tonight. Oh, and there's the power of the punch by William Regal. Sends Barrett flying. And now he's got Barrett lined up. There's the running knee. That running knee defeated Cesaro inside the chamber to give Regal the the European Championship. And now here's a camel clutch. But he holds on. Hard shot to the gut by Barrett. Of course, these two men were the United Kingdom. As I said, that relationship went sour inside the Elimination Chamber. And now these two will clash for the European Championship next week. And Regal not wasting any time here. Boston Crab now to Barrett. But Barrett holds on. And Barrett finally gets something going with the spine buster to William Regal. But this is a submission match, folks. You can only win by making your opponent say I quit or making them tap out. And William Regal was certainly a dark horse in that chamber match, but he emerged as the European Champion. And it'll be an English civil war when these two collide, as Blackpool's own William Regal faces Preston's Bad News Barrett. Should be a hell of a championship match between these bitter former friends. And Regal goes back to the Boston Crab here, but once again, Barrett holds on. Had this been a pinfall matchup, William Regal probably would have took it very early on, especially with the power of the punch and the running knee. Left Barrett dazed and confused. And speaking of dazed and confused, Barrett using that bare knuckle background to rain punches into the face of William Regal. Barrett hooks up Regal. Textbook vertical suplex. Oh, sends him into the corner and follows him in with a crushing clothesline. And now going to work on the leg. Barrett finally realizing that this is a submission match. He's going to have to focus on something to get a win by submission. And look at Barrett with the reversal. And a great job, goes right back to work on the leg. A couple weeks ago right here on SmackDown, Wade Barrett attacked Daniel Bryan from the back and took his place in a Falls Count Anywhere match with Regal. And now it's just, more gas on the fire for Regal. As Daniel Bryan is a former student of Regal's, couldn't believe that such a great moment for him. A one-on-one match with his former student right here on SmackDown was going to be such a high point for both men. Of course, it was ruined by Bad News Barrett. A bit of bad news on SmackDown. And now, speaking of bad news, now it's Regal who's caught in the camel clutch here. But Regal, tough as nails, able to hold on. And look at that spinning elbow by Regal. Knocks Wade Barrett right on his back. Oh, and there's a hard kick. Look at this, going old school with the abdominal stretch. Ripping and tearing at the ribs with Bad News Barrett. Can Barrett hold on, or will he have to tap out to this classic submission maneuver? Barrett could try to reach for the ropes here, but he finds his way out with the hip toss. And Barrett with a beautiful suplex to William Regal. And now it's Barrett going right back to work on the spine with the camel clutch. Can the European champion hold on here in this non-title submission contest? And he does. Reversal by Regal. Bucket spine bustered one more time. And there, Barrett puts the knee in the back and starts pulling on the arms. Very tough spot to get out of for Regal. Will he submit? No, he holds on. Oh, and you see Barrett just stop that spinning elbow by Regal and hits the winds of change. And now he's got the bullhammer loaded up, but this is still a submission contest, but oh man. Regal crumbles to the mat after that shot. The bullhammer elbow by Bad News Barrett leaves Regal unconscious in the middle of the ring. And Barrett going right back to work on the leg. He's got Regal in a terrible spot now. And look at this, Regal fighting back. Uses the STO, the clothesline trip combination. And one more power of the punch sends Barrett flying. Who would have expected this house of fire from Regal after that bullhammer? And there's the running knee. The running knee won him the European title by defeating Cesaro at the end of the Elimination Chamber. But will it be enough? Will it contribute to the demise of Bad News Barrett? And I guess it won't, as Barrett hits the tilt-a-whirl slam. And he locks in the camel clutch, but Regal way too deep in the ropes. And there's a awesome belly-to-belly by Bad News Barrett. And Barrett is obsessed with picking up the win with this camel clutch here this evening. And that's it. William Regal can no longer hold on, as Bad News Barrett claims another victory this week. Let's take a look at the highlights. See the running knee there from Regal, pardon me. The bullhammer from Bad News. See that belly to belly, and that was the beginning of the end for William Regal. Turns him over, applies the camel clutch, and you see he's so close to the ropes, but I don't know if Regal knows the ropes are that close behind him, and he just couldn't take the pain anymore. Verbally submits to the camel clutch. What a huge week for Bad News Barrett. Gets a win over Daniel Bryan on main event, and the submission victory over William Regal here on SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm PWS Phil. I thank you for watching. Tune in Mondays for Raw, Wednesdays for main event, and Fridays for SmackDown, right here on Twitch. Also coming soon is GTA 5 gameplay, as well as Batman Arkham Knight, and you can catch all the videos you miss here on Twitch on my YouTube. You can find that under Philip Kelly, and you can find me on Twitch at PWS Phil.